All right, guys, ready for part 3? We are going to focus on 5 more doctrinal masteries from the Book of Mormon. Here we go. So the last place we were at is the primary room. Now, if you could just imagine walking out and just a little bit down the hall in the primary room, you'll notice this area where there are actually 4 rooms together. And if you just imagine that that in each room there's somebody in each one's, right? So you've got 4. These 4 are all wearing crowns representing Mosiah. So we have Mosiah chapter 4. And in each room is somebody on their phone. 3 of them are on their phones and they're looking things up by themselves. And 1 of them is actually on their knees praying. And they are seeking answers for themselves. And so the rhyme is this: Mosiah chapter 4, believe that God knows more. Do we believe that God knows more than what Google says, or more than what the world is teaching us? Are we asking questions to Him first, or are we going to worldly resources? So Mosiah chapter 4, believe that God knows more. Good. As you continue to walk down the hall, you see that that bulletin board that's full of missionaries. Now, how old does a missionary have to be before he goes out? Will be age 18. So if you can imagine this next one, this picture of a missionary on this missionary wall, and he's wearing a crown, right, representing King Mosiah, right? So Mosiah 18. If you can just imagine, whenever you see this missionary badge, this picture in your mind, 18 is going to represent missionaries. So if you can think about this. Now, what's he doing? Why is he out there on a mission? Well, he's baptizing. So you can imagine almost a picture of him on his mission, and he's baptizing somebody. So Mosiah 18, the rhyme is covenanting. He is helping people to make covenants of their own. Good. The next step is the library. Now, every church house has some type of a library or media center where you can go and check out scriptures or pictures or whatever you need. So you'd imagine walking into this library, like you're going to check something out, and you see owls. Like there are owls up on the shelf, there are owls on the TV stands that you can go around. There are just owls everywhere. And if you can remember this, whenever you see the owl, it's going to represent Alma, the book of Alma. I know it's a little cheesy, but those owls will help you to remember what book you are in. Now, the first book you're gonna pull out, if you can just kind of imagine this, and I'm going to share this picture with you. But this is going to be Alma chapter 7. So you can remember this picture, and it has a little rhyme to help you out. So Alma chapter 7, you open up this book to chapter 7. Alma chapter 7, the rhyme is Christ atoned in verse 11. Now, bear with me on this one. I hope this is not sacrilegious at all. But again, sometimes these stretching of the memories and creating weird things will help your memory ultimately. So I want you to imagine you're walking out of that library, what was filled with owls, right? And then you walk into that foyer area on the other side of the building. And one of my favorite basketball players growing up was Shaquille O'Neal, and his famous number was number 34. So if you can just imagine Shaquille O'Neal, big Shaquille O'Neal, right? He's there, and he has an owl on his shoulder, okay? And he's going to open the door for who? For the Savior. Now, this is kind of, again, I get it's kind of weird, but if you can just kind of remember that he's number 34, Shaquille O'Neal, number 34, he's got an owl on his shoulder, and he's going to open the door. So the rhyme here is Alma chapter 34, Christ's atonement is the door. It's only through that atonement that all of this is possible. So you can just imagine Shaq opening that door for the Savior and his atonement and letting him in. This is awesome. Again, the more you can be creative, the more you can just stretch, you can make these characters actually come alive and have some type of emotion, the more it will stick to your mind. So I want you to imagine now that you're coming through that foyer and through that hallway, almost towards the bishop's office, but right in the middle of that hallway, you're going to see a big chocolate cake. And on top of that cake is the number 39. Well, it's your bishop's birthday, and that cake has the big 39 there. And to celebrate that birthday, of course, you notice the hallway is filled with animals, but only 2 animals. We see owls, and we also see pigs or swine. And they're just celebrating. They're so excited. They want that cake so bad, and it looks delicious. So Alma, chapter 39, and here's the rhyme. Lusting because you're lusting after the cake, right? Lusting is for swine. Alma chapter 39. Awesome, guys. Way to go. You just mastered 5 more. So I want you to try something now. Now that you have 15 down, I want you to grab a piece of paper, something, and I want you just to go through and just starting with this first one, right? First Nephi 3. And just go through the journey in your stake center or the church house, whatever you had in your mind, and actually write the verses down. Or excuse me, the book and the chapter. Go as far as you can. If you miss any, go back and review any of these videos. You're welcome to do that. But see how well that this journey can actually help you in memorizing the order and also what is found in those verses. Thanks, guys.